Yeah, this video is a make you think video. And on this make you think video, my point is just that we should make every state a one-party consent to record state. Now, I'm not sure if anybody has followed what I mean by a one-party consent to record state to a two-party to record. Two-party. Oh, I hate it when I do that when my stutter does this. Anyways, two-party consent state versus a one-party consent state to record. Now, you can look it up. There are 11 states that are a two-party consent states to record. Now, the important part to keep in mind here is my corner of the world. Now, Maine is a one-party consent state, while New Hampshire and Mass is one of the 11 two-party consent states. Now, what that is let's say a criminal is committing a crime like you see on TV, and they have a secret recorder under newspapers, like like your brother murdered your sister, and he's admitted it to you, and you want justice, but you can't catch him. He's keeping it quiet, and he's playing the sad person or something. I don't know. Or like that's one I saw in a movie. It was under the newspapers. Or there was another one, a cartoon, where this rabbit has a fake recording carrot, and he records the other person admitting to their crime. When you have those scenarios, it's actually not legal in every state to record somebody admitting to their crime. Like, for instance, if somebody is in my living room admitting to the crime they committed, and I have a recording device under a newspaper recording me having this conversation with him, if I live in Massachusetts or New Hampshire, it cannot be used in court. What I'm doing is illegal because I don't have consent of both parties. I have to have consent from myself, and I have to have consent from the other party to be recording them. There are 11 states where this is the case, where you got to have consent from both parties to record them. And Massachusetts and New Hampshire are two of those 11. You got California, you got Florida, you got, I think it's Massachusetts, New Hampshire. I think New York might be on there. You got a lot in the West. So you got that. You got Florida, California, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. I think that there might be Washington State in there. But there's only 11 total that are a two-party consent to record state. That means that you and the criminal, so that means I have to get the criminal to agree to be recorded and then get him to admit to his crime. Now, that's impossible. No criminal is going to agree to be recorded and then admit to their crime. That's just crazy to think that some criminal is going to go out and commit a murder and then agree to be recorded and then admit to that murder. That's just crazy talk. But in a one-party consent state, then only the person recording and having the conversation needs to have consent. So I put the camera under the newspapers. I give consent before the person comes in the house. I say, I give consent for all further conversations on this recording device that I would be having with any individual. Then I just sit on the couch. The person comes in. They talk about the awful things. I say, that's wrong what you did. You shouldn't have done those things. I love that person. I needed that. What you did, you shouldn't have hurt that person or shouldn't have stole that thing or whatever. And then the other part, and I'm like, I don't like this. It's illegal. It could fall back on me. And I just give my what I think is a struggle in the situation. And then the other person goes, I don't care. I can do whatever I want. Nobody knows. I'm the fucking king. I got money. I got houses. I got whatever I want. I'll do whatever I want. I'm better than everybody else, the guy says. And yes, I did it. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing, because you're trash, the guy says. And something like that. Well, then, when the guy leaves, slams the door, and laughs his way home, I can take that recording device, go to the police station, and we can get justice. Because it's a one-party record state, meaning that I have to give consent to my part in the conversation there, and then I can use that in court or bring it to the police station, because that's a one-party consent state. So if I'm in Maine, I can record myself and another party, and if they say something incriminating, then it can be used against them because it's a one-party state. So if I invite one of somebody that commit a crime over to my house in New Hampshire, and they admit to horrible crimes, and I have it recorded, there's nothing I can use or do about it. But if I'm in the state of Maine and I record somebody admitting the horrible things that they have committed, I can then turn that into the police department. And that is the difference between a one-party permission state, or a one-party, I just used the word, versus a two-party, whatever. I just said it like so many times on this video. But yeah, the permission to record, in some states, you only need one of the two people in the conversation. Meanwhile, other states, you need both parties. And when one person's doing something incriminating or hurtful or deadly, they're normally not going to admit to be recorded. And that's why the party that's innocent should be the one that's admitting to be recorded. And then you get the whole situation right there and then. But Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Florida, and California, I know for sure, are all two-party permission to record states, meaning that no matter how much proof you have on recordings, unless you got permission from the criminal, it doesn't matter.